It's time for Damn Good Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Shelby Clement. From corporate executive to CEO to entrepreneur and the founder of Damn Good Marketing Live. This podcast is all about digital marketing, building a business you love, and creating a brand that's authentic to who you are. So if you're ready for honest, raw marketing conversations that you will not find anywhere else, let's freaking get it. Hey guys, what is up? I'm coming to you again from a hotel room. I am actually in Fresno, California right now, here to speak at Crystal's event. And I'm so freaking pumped. Yesterday I did a mastermind and taught personal branding, and this conversation comes up a lot. Well, this topic comes up a lot. And what it actually is I can teach you everything that you need to do, whether it's marketing your business, whether it's building a personal brand, whether it's what to do on social and what not to do, whether how I did the agency aspect, like whatever. I can teach you all of these things. But what it boils down to, and a lot of times when I do speak, I ask journaling questions and I ask everyone, I'm like, this is me giving you permission. So if you're listening to this is me giving you permission to ask yourself, like, what is your biggest fear and what are your limitations when it is building your brand, building your business, whatever that is, because I like to go into the talk understanding where these people are coming from and what is actually holding them back. And a lot of times it is their mindset. And it's not just them, it is everyone in business. No matter if you're just starting out, no matter if you've reached a new level, whatever it is, it doesn't matter how long you've been in business. If you can't get control of your mindset, you are not going to be successful. You are not going to build a badass business. It's just not going to happen. And what I like to say is it's new levels, new devils. That means like every time you enter a new state of business, you are understanding that you are getting uncomfortable. You're pushing yourself to the limit, and you are going to ask yourself, who am I to do this? Someone else is already doing it. I'm cringy. Do I have enough cred? A lot of times people go, I'm so scared to put my face on camera because I don't feel like I have enough street cred. I don't feel like I have enough experience. Whatever I'm saying, what if somebody calls me out and tells me that I'm wrong? And what I like to tell people is this. I want to remind you. I always use this example. There could be another marketing agency and they could do exactly what I do. And we could get to the same conclusion, but our way of getting there is completely different because our experience. So you talk based on your experience, and that makes you an authoritative aspect figure or authoritative figure in your industry. So don't ever think that like what you say is wrong, because it is your experience. It's right in the way that you've done things, and that is proof in the pudding. And so a lot of times what people let them hold them back, or what holds people back, is they feel like an imposter, which you're not. They feel like what they're saying is not valid or isn't true, in which it is. You already have the street cred, you have the experience. And honestly, the more reps you put in, the better that you get. And so I'm here to talk about this today. Is mindset is everything. If you are chasing your dreams, if you are building a brand, if you are building a business, if you cannot get in control of your mindset, then you cannot be successful. You will not be successful, because truly your mindset is the devil that's kind of steering you in the direction that you're going. And if you can't say, okay, those little thoughts that are stopping me right now are not true, you will not succeed. So, for example, a lot of people say fear is holding me back. And who am I to do this? Or who am I to go show up on social media or build this business? Someone else is already doing it. You need to reframe those thoughts that you're having into positive things that is going to make you believe in yourself. And if you waste your time so much on the mindset of I can't, or who am I, or the fear of failure, or whatever the case may be, you will not progress. You will not move the needle. And so a lot of times what we talk about is you need to start journaling and figure out, why did you get to this point? Why are you thinking about what you're thinking about? And why is that stopping you? For example, if it's fear of failure, every time you're in business, you will fail. Is it because you've never failed before? Is it because you failed so hard and you haven't gotten over it? Like, where is this coming from? And honestly, if you can reframe your brain of saying like, I welcome failure, because failure is only going to get me better. Failure is only going to allow me to succeed, because you learn from failure. You learn from failure in the sense of, what did I do wrong? Or how did this not work out? Whether that is losing a client, maybe that's going to allow you to understand that maybe that client was a part of your avatar. Or maybe it'll allow you to understand that, oh, I could have done this situation better. That is where you have to get to the root of the problem. For imposter syndrome, it's just you putting in the reps. But honestly, at every single level, you will still feel like an imposter. Or who am I to do X, Y, Z? I'm telling you, the more reps you put in, the more confidence you build. The more experience you have, the more confidence you build. But in the same sense, I always say this, and I realized this at Casey's retreat, is if I could get in control of my mindset, I would be a bad bitch because I let my mindset spiral me too often. And I've seen what I've done. And I've seen that anything that I put my mind to, I've accomplished and I've exceeded what any expectation I've ever had. And so I allow these thoughts to creep into my mind. And now I'm understanding what that is. And what that is I'm getting to the level of uncomfortability where I am not familiar where we're going next, or I am not familiar with what the next step is to level my business up to not multiple six figures, 7 figures and 8 figures. And where is my brain going to actually get? And how do I get there? So I'm surrounding myself with the people that can allow me to help me get there, but also at the same time, I'm scared as hell. And so that's where the imposter syndrome comes in. That's where the devil comes in. And especially if you're walking in your purpose of God, the devil is going to try to stop you. Your thoughts are going to try to stop you. And so if you can't get in control of your mindset, then you will not be successful. Because building a personal brand or building a brand around a business, one, it's not easy. You're putting yourself out there. You're raw. You're vulnerable. I'm asking you, I'm pushing you to do X, Y, Z. Y'all, I went live the other day and truly I freaked out because I was like shaking, and I'm always on video. I'm always putting myself out there in other avenues, but like that was real time. There was no redos. And I was like, oh my gosh, for a split second, like as I was doing my makeup, I was shaking because I truly was like, what are people going to think? What if I say something wrong and that's not right? I can't edit it out. I can't start over. But in reality is like people showed up. They loved it. The comments, they loved it during it and after it. And so I'm going to keep pushing myself outside of my comfort zone. It is always going to boil down to the fact that I feel like a hypocrite sometimes because I'll say to you guys, like, is your fear or are your dreams bigger than the fears that you have? Then just do it. And sometimes I want to curl up in a ball and just like say, nah, I'm good today. I'm going to go work at Costco. I'm going to burn it all down because I'm so scared. And it's not because I don't believe I can't get there. It is honestly the fact that I'm so uncomfortable inside of my own skin because I don't necessarily know what's next, or I don't know how to do what's next. And that is so crippling if you don't understand your mindset. And so I wanted to really record a really short podcast and to the point of saying, like, if you cannot get control of your mindset, then you will not be successful. And I feel like the ways that I have gotten, in control of my mindset, and I'm going to share them with you today so you have some tangible things, but also my ways of really strengthening my mindset and working on my mindset is going to be completely different than yours. But I'm going to give you mine anyway, because I want you to understand that I've put in the work and I'm still putting in the work because I'm not even close to having control over this thing up here. And honestly, I probably deal with more anxiety and frustration right now and uncomfortability than I have ever even dealt with. And if I don't implement the things that I do, I probably would quit. And so I just want you to know that if you are struggling with these types of mindsets, especially building your business, especially building a brand, whatever it is, maybe it's working in corporate, maybe you're just starting out, maybe you have this idea and God's placed this on your heart for you to start and you can't, I would 100% say get grounded and get right with your mindset first and then go for it. But maybe not first, because I used to be so confident. I was like, yes, we are the best in the business. But now, I still think that. But we are leveling up in a tremendous way. I'm building my personal brand. I'm thinking outside the box. I'm traveling by myself. And I just okay, how am I going to control my mindset? Okay. So this is how I do it. Number one, what are my non-negotiables? So I am a recovering people pleaser, but still, it is what it is. And I used to do things and say yes to things because I thought people would get mad at me. And cool, if they get mad at me, that's fine now. But I need to understand that whatever I am doing and saying yes to needs to align with me and my gut and what I want and the ultimate goal and strategy of my business, my life, my friendship, my family. There's all these things. And so understanding your non-negotiables and what those are, and not just giving in because they're a friend or they're a family member or whatever it is because you feel bad. So make sure that you have your non-negotiables set in stone and you don't sway from there. Number two, to help me with my mindset, is I work out. This morning I was sitting in the hotel room and I was just doing normal admin work and it was so silly, and something really just set me off, and I was like, okay, I have to stop right now because then I'm going to go down a rabbit hole and I'm going to spiral
and it's not going to be good. So I literally got dressed. I did not want to. It was the last thing I wanted to do as I'm traveling. I was like, okay, Shelby, when you move your body, you feel so much better. Even if I don't want to, I do it. Whether it's walking, whether it's lifting weights like I did, whether it's Legree, whether it's boxing, whatever it is, I move my body because it allows me to clear my mind, number one, because all I have to think about is working out and getting through it. But also in the same sense is helps you. It helps you get back grounded of who you are and what you do. It makes you feel good, all those things. So that's number 2. The next one is I love to lay in the grass. I love to go outside. I like weird in that sense now. I'll call myself that. I'm not that weird, but I find that when I go out there and I just get silent, I truly turn my brain off. And it works. I promise you, don't knock it until you try it and then let me know how it feels. Another huge aspect for me is Christian music. Right now I'm on Ann Wilson and Brandon Lake. Like it's like going out of style because they truly give me life. And if you listen to their lyrics, it is absolutely phenomenal on what they can do to your mindset. Because in all reality, we are in control of zero. God is in control of everything. And so he has put something on every one of your hearts that if you're listening to this, in whatever capacity it is. And he wants you to walk fully in his faith and in your purpose and trust him that this is what you're supposed to be doing. And then lastly, I know what it is. Okay. This is actually going to throw you guys for a loop, but sometimes I have to put like rap music on or like pump up music or something that's really going to get me hype to remind myself, like, you are a baddie. Like, you were meant to do this and like dance party, move your body, dance it out, but like feel like, holy crap. Like right now, I know this is going to be really crazy to admit, but whatever. I don't care. Like Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us just beat, like obviously he says some things in it, but whatever. But like his beat gets me on another level. So that's my current obsession. So when I'm in my head, I'm like, we're going to put that on and we're going to sing it. Because in my mind, he may be talking about something else, but in my mind, I'm thinking, you know, he says not like us, but everyone that's chasing a dream or building a business or an entrepreneur or a solopreneur or a creative or whatever it is you are not like every single other person. You are unique. And so when you are chasing your dreams on this capacity, I like to say like, this was put on you for a special reason, which means they are not like us. The normal people that you are scared that are going to have an opinion of you, they are not like us. Not like us. You're chasing your dreams. You're doing the damn thing. You're doing what God gave you to do, the purpose that you were meant to do. You are doing it uncomfortable. You are taking a risk. You're putting yourself out there. Y'all, kudos to you because they are not like us. So I want you to know this too. Also, last one too is journaling. I do journal. I get all my stuff down or I reach out to my safe place people and I just explain to them how I'm feeling. You've got to keep people close like that to you that cheer you on, but also are there for you. They're their safe bubble. So yeah. I hope you liked this episode. It was short, sweet, and to the point, but I wanted to let you guys know that mindset is huge. And if you are not taking control of your mindset and what you're thinking and all those things and getting out of your own head because you were put on this earth for a bigger purpose, you will destroy any chance of success that you have because mindset, it's really, really key. And it really is the truth when they say mind over matter. And like, I really believe in every single one of you. If you like this episode, please comment, share, leave a review. And until next time, let's freaking get it.
And that's a wrap on another episode of Damn Good Marketing Podcast. Thank you all so much for being here. Make sure you comment, review, share it with a friend. Come back next week. And until next time, let's freaking get it.